Here are some of our favorite little stories so far. Let's begin. Story number 1. Every morning, one chair in this classroom was always empty. No one asked why, they just walked past it. Until one day, the janitor cleaned the desk and left a small flower on it. That chair once belonged to his daughter. She never came back after getting sick. Story number 2. The first sunrise of the year felt different. The streets were quiet. No messages yet, no expectations. Just a new morning. This boy stood by the window and took a deep breath. Yesterday was over. Every mistake, every regret. This day hadn't been written yet. And for the first time, the new year didn't feel like pressure. It felt like a chance. Story number 3. Everyone was waiting for the fireworks. Phones ready, wishes prepared, new year, new dreams. But a little girl sat quietly on the balcony. She wasn't thinking about what she wanted next year. She was thinking about everything she still had, her family, her home, another year to try again. When the sky finally lit up, she smiled, not because of the fireworks, but because she felt grateful. Story number 4. Every new year, people promise to change their lives, but this boy made a different promise. He wrote in a small notebook, "I will say thank you to one person every day." So he started. He thanked a friend at school. He thanked the shopkeeper. Nothing around him changed, but he felt happier than ever. Because gratitude doesn't change your life, it changes how you see it. Story number 5. This boy always spoke louder than everyone else. He cut people off. He laughed when others were talking. One day, his father asked him to walk together. They sat on a quiet bench in the park. Then his father started talking, but stopped every time the boy tried to interrupt. Finally, the boy felt it. Not being heard feels small. That day, he learned something simple. Respect isn't about being loud, it's about making space for others. And after that, he never spoke over anyone again. Story number 6. Everyone ignored the old man standing in the rain, except one small boy. The rain was heavy. People rushed past him like he didn't exist. Then the boy stopped. He gave his only umbrella away. Years later, he walked into his first classroom, and behind the teacher's desk was the man he once saved. Story number 7. This boy had a problem. Every time he tried to study, his mind wanted to quit. So his teacher taught him one simple trick. "Just try for 5 minutes," she said. "Not forever, not perfectly, just 5 minutes." That night, he opened his book and started the timer. 5 minutes became 10, 10 became 20. And without noticing, he finished the work he used to avoid. Because the hardest part isn't doing the work, it's starting. Story number 8. Every day, this boy said the same word. Later. Homework? Later. Practice? Later. Helping? Later. Until one afternoon, he missed something important. Not because he was busy, but because he waited. That night, he wrote one small rule on his wall. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. The next day felt different, because waiting steals time, but starting gives it back. Story number 9. This playground used to be full of trees, but one by one, they disappeared. Until one day, this boy noticed something strange. One tiny plant was still growing between the cracks. So instead of stepping on it, he protected it. He watered it. He moved the trash away. He told his friends to be careful. Weeks later, that small green spot became a garden. Because the world doesn't need big heroes. It needs kids who care. Story number 10. This turtle was curious about everything. When it saw something shiny in the sand, it swam closer. But that shiny thing wasn't food. It was plastic. This girl watched from the shore and ran to pick it up. She didn't want the turtle to get hurt. Now, every time she visits the beach, she looks for trash first. So the ocean stays safe for its animals. Story number 11. This boy didn't like his lunch. It wasn't his favorite, and he was already thinking about throwing it away. But just before he did, he noticed something. Another kid was standing nearby counting a few small coins, hoping it would be enough to buy the same meal. He looked at his tray again and realized he didn't need all of it. So instead of wasting it, he shared. And from that moment on, he never looked at food the same way again. Story number 12. He was walking home when he noticed something on the wet sidewalk, a wallet. Inside was a small photo of a smiling little girl. And suddenly it wasn't just money anymore. So instead of going home, he started running. Across busy streets, past glowing traffic lights, heart pounding, until he knocked on the right door. The woman opened it and froze. Her hands shook as she took the wallet back. He didn't wait for thanks. He just turned away, smiling softly. Because some things are worth more than anything you could keep. Story number 13. He always sat alone in class, not because he wanted to, but because nobody ever noticed him. One day, a teacher brought an extra chair. It didn't belong to anyone. It just waited. He looked at it, then at the boy sitting by himself. And without saying a word, he carried the chair across the room. They didn't talk much that day, but from that moment on, neither of them ever sat alone again. Sometimes, friendship starts with nothing more than an empty chair. Story number 14. It's the last day of 2025.
Rio, what's wrong?
You learned new things, helped others, and spent time with loved ones.
Be grateful for what you have. Every day is a gift.
Thanks, Grandma.
Let's end 2025 with gratitude. Thanks for watching. Which story touched you the most? If any of them made you smile or think a little deeper, don't forget to like and share it with someone you care about.